The biggest mistake that I see recruiters make when they're building a recruitment CRM, hands down, is failing to tag the data when they add it into the system. Because tagging the data when you add data into your CRM is what gives the data the structure that then allows you to pull that data out at a later date. So, for example, you might say, I want to be able to understand everyone that I've spoken to in London that is interested in roles in nursing, and be able to pull that data out, whether it's client information of people that would hire nurses or whether it's candidate information of people that are looking for those jobs. Because if you throw data into a system that's not tagged, we see it all the time. People come along with an Excel sheet and they go, here's a list of names and email addresses, and they chuck it into Giig. There's no tagging, there's no structure. It is that adage of shit in, shit out to a certain degree, because then you've chucked all that data in there. You've basically got a glorified Excel sheet inside a Giig with no way to then extract that data into the future, making it all irrelevant, really. So what we decided to do is we have added to the free forever version of Giig the ability for you to create custom tags, tag your data easily, and then be able to pull that data up again in a search. Part of the free forever product that we're building for recruiters, like my vision for that was that I want to give recruiters a database where instead of using an Excel sheet just to keep a list of names and numbers, they can structure stuff in a system so that actually they can go, oh, I've just picked up a new job in this region that's looking for XYZ skill sets. Let me see who I've spoken to that could be interested in this role or could have these skill sets. So we've chucked that in there as part of the free forever version of Giig. Now, for anyone that's not aware about the free forever version of Giig, we are building a completely free recruitment ATS trial period, so you can use it for as long as you want. There is no restriction on the amount of data that you can store in it, so you can fill your boots and much data in there as you need. And now you can add tags to your data as well in your own custom. You could add tags before, I should say that, but we've improved the way that you can add tags in terms of the ability to customize the different categories that you want to follow. And then as you're adding data into the platform, and whether that be a candidate, a job, a company, or a contact, you can just quickly add the tags that you want to make sure that you can find that again at a later date. Now I'll run you through a screen share where I will show you how you create the tag categories and set all of that up, how you then add tags to data as you input it into the system. And then the final thing will be to run a search so that you can see how you then pull that data up at a later date. First thing I'm going to show you is how you add the tags to the system. So if I come up to here, I go settings, I go customization, I go tags. In here, these are all the tags. This is where you can edit your tags. You can add your tags. To do that, you just click the little plus and then I'll say Luke's tag. You can pick your color and then whatever you want to add as your tags, you add in here. Once you've added your tags, you've got them all set up, you just hit save. Once you've created your custom tags, I'll then show you how you add it to the data that you put in the system. So if I go create candidate, I'm going to parse a CV in. So once I drop a CV into the box, obviously the system is then going to be scanning that CV to see what data it can extract from that candidate automatically. Once it's done that, you'll then see here it's added skills. Now, these are skills that the system has identified that it thinks are relevant for this profile, and you can then add your tags separately. So if you just click add tags, you can then say, cool, this person is in the healthcare industry, they're a recruiter, they're based in London. Once you've done that, you just click save. It's then added those tags to the candidate for me. If I then hit create on the profile, it opens up the candidate card with the candidate. Obviously, the CV is going to be attached in there, and you can see that the tags have been added. If you want to change the tags at a later date, you can come in at any time and just be like, actually, you want to add these tags or whatever it is, hit save. It's going to add those tags for you as well. Fairly simple. Final thing I'll show you is then how you run a search to pull up this candidate, or you can do exactly the same thing for contacts if you're looking to maybe create a business development list. So all I do is I come to our advanced search and I decide whether it's a candidate or a contact that I'm looking for. Can do companies and jobs as well. And then in candidates, you just start writing in the tags or the keywords you're looking for. So in this case, I'm going to say healthcare and recruiter and London. Once you've done that, you just hit search database. And there you go. It's pulled up that record for me of the candidate we added, where it has the 3 tags, healthcare, London, recruiter. It's as simple as that.